Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Inspiration and Networking. Hi, this is Donna. So today is January 15th, 2025, and I wanted to just hop on today and make a quick video. And I wanted to ask about the job market out there. And moreover, if you're over 50 and have you been let go, laid off, your job eliminated, or dare I say fired from your job? You know, that seems to be a thing. Ageism is a very real thing. And, you know, it started really happening that I noticed to me when I turned 50. Now, many people say that I look younger than I really am, and that's great. I don't always see it. Some days I feel like I look like I'm a really old lady, but really I'm not a really old lady, but I'm definitely past 50. And, you know, so I've always been a go-getter, energetic, wanted to do my best and do a great job and all of that. And so I did. I worked very hard and worked well with others. You know, it's always great to try to get along with your coworkers and everything. However, that doesn't mean that due to circumstances beyond your control that you end up losing your job. And the thing that I noticed is that it seems to be happening to a lot of people who are 50 and older. And I really noticed that it seemed to be really something that became evident the older I became. And, you know, there are some people that, depending on the company, of course, they're like, oh, well, we really appreciate all the experience you have and everything. Okay. But yet we want to hire somebody who's younger because probably we can pay them less. I don't know. That's probably something to do with it. Anyway, but the truth of the matter is that it happens. And unfortunately, it seems to happen all too often. So here's what I did. What happened to me rather. I was laid off in late 2022, and it was due to a downturn in business because the interest rates had increased due to inflation that had happened. And so the Treasury, you know, they always do this. It doesn't matter who's in office. Whenever they feel like there's going to be any kind of inflation or potential inflation, they increase the interest rates. The home mortgage rates also follow suit because they're tied to the Treasury rates. And so when that happens, the purchase market tends to slow down. The refinance market tends to almost go into non-existence. And so mortgage lenders and banks who have mortgage departments, they begin laying off. And they usually lay off their support people, meaning people who are not loan officers. They lay off people like processors, they lay off funders, people who, you know, even the receptionist, they're usually the first out the door is the receptionist. And so for their department. So anyway, so that happened to me. I worked for a company that had a small branch here in Spokane, Washington. And we did very well. And then all of a sudden, as I said, the interest rates changed. The market slowed down substantially and there just wasn't the business. And so I kind of wore like four hats, but I was a quote support person. And so that's one of the first things that they did was, you know, they laid me off. And then within a month and a half, maybe, I think they closed the office because there just wasn't enough business. And the other couple of loan officers, they scattered to the four winds and went and found other positions. And I think one even got completely out of the business for a while. But regardless, you know, it changed the whole picture for me because even though I was 65 at the time, I wasn't really ready to retire. And so I wanted to work longer, and I wanted to to grow my income and grow my savings, retire more debt. And, you know, I still have a mortgage. I have a first and a second mortgage on my home. The interest rates are low on them. And not only that, I've had them so long that the principal, is going down very quickly. So, the first several years of a mortgage, about the first half of it is, most of the payment goes to the interest rather than the principal. And then after you reach that halfway mark, then you start seeing it reverse, where yes, you're paying your total payment, but more is going against the principal of the loan rather than the interest. So anyway, I digress. So what I did was I figured, okay, well, I'll just go into recruiting because I have management experience. And so I applied for I don't know how many hundreds of recruiting jobs, and there were many. Problem is that they were all being filled by a lot of tech or IT people who were being laid off from their jobs, because that all happened right about the same time. And so even though I have management experience and I've, managed people in my career and hired and terminated people, etc., I could not get another job. And so again, I continued to look for work diligently during the time that I was on the unemployment income that I received from my state, and on the unemployment insurance. And then at that point, after I got off of that, it was like, well, I would apply for something that I saw that I thought, okay, I can do this. And I've even had a couple of interviews and all of that, but nothing has ever really materialized. And so, I was retired at that point because I was kind of forced into it. And so I live on my Social Security retirement income. And although that pays the bills, as I've said before, it doesn't afford me a lot of extra options, or, if I had a major expense or something, it would be a challenge. So I always try to make sure that I take care of everything really well and do my best to keep things up so that I don't have an unpleasant surprise. But anyway, so I retired, and then I thought for many years, I'd like to start a YouTube channel. I have no idea what to talk about. And so finally, again, I started watching Dodash and her videos. She had a couple of them, one especially for people over 50, which of course includes me. And, she said, just get on YouTube, just do it. And you have lots of skills. You have lots of things to talk about. You've lived your life, you've done a lot of things. And so get on YouTube and start a YouTube channel. So here I am, that's what I've done. So I've had my channel for a few months, and it's very tiny, it's very baby, it's still growing. And but I enjoy it. I find it's really enjoyable, and I really want to get out here and make a difference and help others. And so that's what my channel is about, is helping others who want to do the same thing. And it's a great place to network and to interact and inspire one another. So I invite you to stop by and leave in the comments, what happened to you if this happened? How did you cope? What are you doing now? And what are your plans for the future? So please drop me a comment and let me know. And maybe, I can talk about it or something along that same subject line in the next video. So thank you so much for taking the time today to watch, and please like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.